Again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'd like to call your attention to the central dugout here at June Field at Gill Stadium for the start of our Manchester High School Central Class of 2026 Little Green Senior Ceremony. It gives us great pleasure to individually recognize and honor the senior members of your Little Green marching band, color guard, cheerleading squad, and football squad in that order. Let's begin with the 14 seniors from your Little Green marching band. First up, we have Maria Amaro Pineda. Escorted by Cynthia Pineda. Next up, we have John Barassa. Escorting John this evening is Christopher Barassa, Angelo Barassa, and Anna Liz Barassa. After that, we have Will Brewer. Will is escorted by David Brewer and Lisa Brewer. Next up, we have Cheryl Gutierrez Rapallo. Cheryl is escorted by the band director, David Bryan. Love that hair, Dave. Next up, we have Jonah Hoffman. Escorted by Kent and Julia Hoffman. After that, we have Lori Lefebvre. Lori escorted by Lori Lefebvre and Tom Lefebvre. Next up, we have Cameron Marr. Cameron escorted by Peter and Heather Marr. After that, we have Katie Page. Katie escorted by Jesse and Kevin Page. After that, we have Juan Sanchez Burma. Juan escorted by Alicia Burma. Following him is Catherine Ten. Catherine escorted by Cindy Ten, Jim Ten, and Elizabeth Ten. After that, we have Jonah Darian. Jonah escorted by Jen Darian, Paul Darian, and Lee Darian. Jonah will be one presence. Afternoon, we have Brandon Tobin. Elizabeth Tobin. Up next, Nick Valentin. Escorted by Kathy Valentin. And the final band member to be honored this evening, Marley Walker. Escorted by Meredith Walker, Alex Walker, and Matt Walker. Next up, we have one senior from your Little Green color guard, and that's Lauren Halley. Lauren, escorted by Steve Halley. Okay, after that, we have the 4 seniors from your Little Green cheerleading squad. First up, Dahlia Care. Dahlia escorted by her mom, Jessica Betts. After that, we have Molly Rios. That's for their mom, Amanda Canales. After that, we have Alana Paul. Escorted by her mom, Trina Cunningham, and her grandma, Tammy Cruz. And the 4th and final member of the cheerleading squad to be honored, we have Susanna Dane. Susanna brings her mom, Christina Hussein, Eva, brother, Brittany Simon, and Nadia Hawkins. And finally, we have the 9 seniors from your Little Green football team. After the column is all set up, the first player to be honored among the football players, number 78, Jesus Contreras. Escorted by mom, Karen Mateus, and dad, Chris Lambert. After that, we have number 16, Isaiah Corona. Escorted by Papa Emilio Corona Jr. Following him is number 2, Miguel Cruz. Miguel escorted by his father, Miguel Cruz, brother, Gustavo and Benito Cruz. After that, we have number 50, John Dane. he gets to go through twice. Up after him is number 30, Gill. Schubert. Okay, folks, in closing, we at Manchester High School Central would like to thank you, the seniors, from your little green marching band, color guard, cheerleading squad, and football team for all of your positive contributions to the fabric of the school over these past 3+ years. Oh, and one more thing, seniors. This final year of your high school experience will go by fast. Please make the most of it and enjoy all that it has to offer. Again, thank all of you seniors.
Hello everyone and welcome to Senior Night here at the Gill Stadium, Jim Schubert Field, as the Central Little Green and the Salem Blue Devils take off in this final regular season matchup here. My name is Kyle Levy for Manchester Public Television. Glad to be with you. Coach Tom Bazoin with me up here in the booth as well. A chilly night, good wind gusts, and we'll see what these two teams have in store here as Salem looks to have a good return here up to the 45, 50, 40, and he could go all the way, Buzz. A way to start the game here as the regular season finale starts with a bang.
And that was a easy reception for the starburst, so that's what's called a starburst return, and that went right to the middle guy, right where you know. And yeah, it was tough, and that kid's got some speed for Salem, Zanani, and yeah, he was gone. Yeah. It's a confusing play because you got multiple guys going in multiple directions, and you know when you kick it right to that spot, you know you had to scout that and maybe kind of look to Schubert there or something, but maybe next time.
Well, an early 6-0 lead now, looking to go for the extra point here as Salem, with a 5-3 record, kick is up and it is good. And what a way to start this game here! Not the perfect way that this nice moment before the game for all the cheerleaders, the band, the color guard, and now with the Little Green down 7. Now let's see what their offense can do here. But certainly special teams is an important part of the game. You know that well as well.
Yeah, I mean, when the other team is running something like that, you kind of want to try to stay away from it and kick it away from it. But sometimes you'll tell the kicker that 100 times, and you just can't control it. Plus the fact that the wind earlier today was insane.
I mean, you can see it
I'm
right
looking
there.
over at the flag, and it's still pretty stiff. So these high school kids kicking the ball off. Then they're not going to control it unless they're soccer type kickers or guys that can really boot it. A central guy, he plays multiple positions, so he just kicked it right to the wrong spot, and they were able to set it up and Salem with the good patience, and they, it's tough. It's a tough thing to defend, that's for sure. Hopefully next.
As Salem kicks it off, and it's going to be a slow roller, going to be picked up close to the out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and now up to the 23-yard line. So the Little Green are going to have to go 73 yards if they want to tie up this game. And sorry about the technical difficulties to start this game here, as batteries get cold in this time of year, and so doesn't Coach Thomas Owen here. As you're enjoying the warmth here up
It is nice.
Gill Stadium box.
Yeah, and Tyler Gray on that one. Trevor Gray, sophomore. That'll come with experience. He could have probably let that bounce out of bounds there, and then had the ball on the 35, or make Salem kick it again. He had to be a little bit more patient, and I think that would have went out. But there we go.
Well, 1st and 10 for the Little Green, as Drake James will pass, and it will be incomplete, as you can kind of see the questioning of number 17, Cody England, of what was they supposed to do there?
Well, they had two guys in the same exact route. So, he had his palms up after, which means he probably was running the right route, and the other player was not. Sometimes, you get injuries this late in the year, and a kid forgets the route, and we got a stoppage here.
Yeah, the referees are chatting for a moment here, is kind of wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page of what exactly is going on. And you can see that Coach Ryan Ray, who had a big win number 100 last Friday night, is going for 101 tonight.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't see an equipment issue or anything, but we're moving on here.
You can hear the wind right there, as it's going to be blustering throughout the night. And Drake trying to get some yards here. He's going to be sat down there with authority, as the Blue Knights, the Blue Devils, a mix of my teams here. A lot of colors involved in tonight's matchup, and they are able to drop them, and now it'll be a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and Salem coming off a huge win against Winnicott, kind of helped Memorial out with that win. And, it was a close game, high scoring, and Salem's got some weapons, and I think they could be dangerous in the playoffs.
Well, it is a 3rd and 11, as Drake lost a yard on that play here, and now we'll see what they can do. 3rd and long, shotgun formation. Drake, good line drive, but can't get through, and will be brought down short of the 1st down marker, and tackle right there by Jack Richard, a junior, number 54. And you can see that he is one strong linebacker right there, Coach.
Yeah. I mean, I like the way that quarterback stepped into that throw. It was a short of the 1st down, but I like the way he stepped into it and really delivered it in this wind. Whether you're throwing it with the wind or not, sometimes the ball can blow around a little bit. So Drake, we had him earlier in the year. and he looked like he was advancing. And as a sophomore, and they have a couple other really good sophomores, I think Central, is on the upswing here.
Well, we'll see what they can do, but first off, they got to punt the ball away, a 3-and-out by Salem, and a good bounce right here down to the 28-yard line. So Salem will get the ball for their first time on offense, as they are still leading this game 7-0 after the opening kickoff. And now we'll see what they can do. And Salem, they are looking very good so far. They're in their driver's seat of trying to get into the playoffs. 3-game winning streak coming into this game. Wins against Cumberland, Londonderry, and Winnicott. Obviously, the Cumberland game does not matter in the NHIAA standings.
No.
So they're sitting at 4-3, 5-3 overall. But now we'll see what the Little Greens defense can do here, as they are trying to get 2 wins in a row like they did earlier in the year with wins against Concord and Portsmouth Oyster River that we saw, that 49-35 victory. And a little handoff right there. It's going to be clogged up and brought down. Great job by the defensive line of the Central Little Green right there.
Yeah, they really stuffed that run. I like what I saw there. And, again, Central's had a really tough schedule. They went through the gauntlet this year, but looks like they stayed together with most of their players. And everybody stayed on the field playing. We had a bunch of seniors come out for senior night tonight, right? And so it's good. When we were here last time, Cesar Flan had a heck of a game. So I'm looking for him to do some damage tonight as well.
One of the seniors here, and we'll see what they can do. And now a little handoff trying to get around the outside, and he's going to be brought down good for about a 2-yard gain right there. So Salem with a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, Central's showing their athleticism on defense. When you go side to side against that speed, sideline to sideline, sometimes it doesn't work. Speed is good on defense, and Central's got a lot of it.
Well, one of the seniors I want to highlight right there is number 62, and that is one Jacoby Sanchez, who has done a great job on the defensive line on this drive and overall in the season. And a 3rd and 8 as the band starts to try to distract the Salem Blue Devils. Man in motion, and now trying to get to the outside. Got an angle, but he's going to be brought down. He's going to be put a shot of bounds, And a great attempt right there by the Salem Blue Devils, but just to no avail.
And there's my guy, Caesar. Making a great play, holding that edge. And I think, with the wind blowing against your face there, I think maybe they thought twice about putting it in the air on 3rd and long. And they went with a kind of a, trickery outside play. But Caesar was up to the task.
Jordan Zanini was the rusher right there for the Salem Blue Devils. Now a 4th and 9. He lost a yard in that play, and Central will get the ball for their second time. And a punt that just hits the wind and goes directly backwards. Look at it. It doesn't even make it.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
The punt overall was 4 yards, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? I'm not even going to call it a shank. I think it came off his foot pretty good.
It looks great.
And it just
but look
died
at that
out
wind.
there. Oh, my God. That's bringing me back, Kyle. We had that crazy Thanksgiving night game, night before Thanksgiving night, and the wind was howling out here, and we tried to kick it a couple times. Oh, my God. It's insane trying to kick it against it. And it's gusting today, right? So, he might have kicked it right at the gust right there.
Well, 1st and 10 for the Little Green again, this time in Salem territory, looking to tie things up from the 32-yard line. As a man in motion here, as Drake will hand it off. And now here's your boy, seeing if he can pound some yards here. And this one is actually going to be carried by Jabril Juma, I believe.
Jabril, that's another senior. So looks like they're going to, get the ball in the seniors' hands too, as much as they can tonight, which is always the case, on senior night when you want to try to, highlight them a little bit. And you want to win the game, and that's the number one priority, but, try to, highlight them while you're winning the game.
It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 25-yard line. Central in the silver pants, green helmet, and silver helmet as well. And a run up the middle that will make it a 3rd and short here. Just kind of got stuffed there at the line of scrimmage. And a great job by number 52 and Jazai Jaban from the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and that's okay because, now you're third and less than a yard or a yard. So you got some options here.
And you have a quarterback that can run, too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the offensive coordinator has aligned here to try to get this first down, as looks like they're going to go for – they got a fullback back there, and oh, no, it's got to be Drake. And, the good job setting things up to have Drake just rush and get that first down.
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of followed his guard. Good experience there, get right up in there. And, he gained a yard or so there. He only needed a little bit. But let's see if Central can use the clock here going this direction. You don't know how much clock you want to use because the second quarter they're going to be going the other way, right?
That's a good point right there.
So, you kind of want to, I hate to say hurry up in the first quarter, but you want to get it so that you're kicking off if you score here with that win because the way that punt went, oh, my goodness.
No pass attempts so far as we're halfway through this opening quarter. Well, one pass attempt, it just was incomplete. And now we're looking to make a complete pass, set up and throwing deep, but just incomplete right there. And trying to go for the end zone. I
like the call because you want to act like this is the end of the half right now. It's different when you're dealing with weather, and you have in your head that if I can get this in and kick it off and cover the kick this time, and it makes Salem punt again. But you don't want to be throwing the other direction. That's for sure.
Pass was intended.
I don't think you're going to throw it at all going that way.
No, the way that kick went. Yeah. Unless it's a short little, screen, I could see that happening as well. But now a 2nd and 10. Last attempt was to Cole Preston, and see what Drake does. He's got a nice run up the middle here, still on his feet, is able to get the first down, and it will be first and goal.
And that's a good job there. He read that. It was a 5 wide. One thing with no running backs, when you get 5 wide, you spread the defense out. So that's going to give the quarterback some lanes, but it's going to be quick. It's got to be quick. He's got to look at his routes. If it's not there, step up in that hole, and that's what he did. He stepped right up in the pocket, and he took right off. And he's sneaky quick, that kid. He's not – I don't think he's fast A to B, but he's quick. And, first and goal. So Central with the answer drive here.
First and goal, like you said, from the 5-yard line. And setting things up. Looks like Miguel Cruz set up as the fullback. And we'll see if they give it to the tailback. It's actually going to go to the opposite way, trying to get the end around, and into the end zone is Trevor Gray.
Yeah, the youngster into the end zone. And a great job by Central to answer right back. So, I think Salem's kind of shocked here. Central came out defensively with a nice 3 and out, forced Salem to punt into that nasty win. Now they go down and score, and they still got 5 minutes left to go in the quarter. So, they can kick it off. If they got to stay away from that starburst play on the kick return. They got to kick it somewhere where they can't get involved in that. And then if they get another 3 and out, you're talking about good field position again.
Well, with 5:04 remaining, trying to add the extra point to tie up this game. The win to his back, and it will be good.
Little line drive.
Very delayed. It could not tell from our angle, and this game is tied up. So Central's defense helps out the offense. Special teams being a big part in this game, really allowing both teams to get the touchdowns. And we'll see what the rest of this game brings, Buzz, as this is going to be certainly a special time, as now the Little Green will be kicking into the wind. But like you said, you can't allow the special team of Salem to.
So you want to keep it away from that up guy right there. See how they have it set it up? So the guy that's set up on the 20, number 13, you want to keep it away from there. Last time they kicked the line drive right to him, and these 3 guys are going to come, and it's going to cause confusion with the handoff. So that's the way it's designed, and you just want to stay away from that, whether you kick it to one of these second-level guys or you got to just get it over this guy's head somehow.
Shout out to Jabril, as he has to hold the ball, and the wind is so strong.
And that's a little deeper.
Now taken at the 5-yard line. running up the middle here, and now another
Yeah.
great return here for Salem. Cuts it back. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's gone again.
Another return for a touchdown. Salem's special team is doing things mighty here from this Gill Stadium.
Yeah, and obviously they want to get it in his hands on that, and that's a different version of it. So that time they kicked it over the head, and the other two guys come for handoffs. So you're hiding the football, and the Central's confused. So, I don't know. I guess they were trying to kick it into the end zone there and kick it over that guy's head, which was the goal. But, both times it didn't work, so they're going to have to figure something out on those kickoffs because you can't work that hard on defense and then on their offensive drive and then just have Salem score 2 touchdowns without gaining a yard on offense. Yeah.
It looks like they're marking him out at about the 2-yard
really?
line instead.
So great hustle there.
What?
That was 40. That pushed him out of bounds.
So
Grody Hampshire
will be a 93-yard return here, and now it'll be 1st and goal for the Blue Devils. Man in motion, and they're going to hand it off to the fullback, and he is going to try, and it looks like he's going to be short. We'll see where they mark him. That's correct.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, did it get in?
They just marked him short, so it was good for about a yard gain, and now Salem will try to take the lead back. What a crazy turn of events for both sides.
Really,
I mean, we're
really
keeping us
does.
on our toes for sure, just like the batteries in this transponder are doing today as well. And now they're taking Zanini out, who did that great return and get some love from his teammates, but it'll be 2nd goal now from the 1-yard line. Haven't gotten to mention Case and Roberge, and now a fumble here. We'll see. It looks Salem got the ball back, or if it's going to be Central and holding the ball.
Yeah, he got it. But, Central not giving up here. Their defense has played well so far. Their special teams, not so much, right?
Colin Saklowitz was able to recover that, and that'll be a loss of 1 yard on that. So 3rd and goal here for the Blue Devils, and now we'll see. They're going to just try to push it, and into the end zone goes the quarterback. We haven't gotten a chance to talk about Kaysen Roberge, but the junior adds 6 up on the board, and the Blue Devils now lead it by a score of 13-7 with the extra point to be.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a short field, 2 yards, right? So put Central's defense up against it there. So, they got to do a better job on their special teams, that's for sure.
And that's going to make any coach be frustrated beyond belief.
Yeah.
Things you practice, things you know what to do, and Salem's speed has been a big factor so far. A bad snap, but an extra point, that is good. And the Blue Devils are able to take a 14-7 lead with 3:24 remaining in this opening quarter. 21 points through the first 9 minutes of this game, Coach. It seems like Central just loves to have high-scoring games when we're here.
Yeah, I know, right? Remember that last game was totally crazy. We were here. And, hopefully they can now get – all right, so now Salem's got to kick into this, right?
Yes, they do.
So, what are we doing? Are they going to kick it on the ground? I would imagine they'll keep it on the ground here and try to just get it to the second level. So if you're Central – I don't know that I'd have my guys way back there on the 10-yard line. There's no way the kid's going to kick it that deep. I don't think, anyways, unless they get a lull in the wind, and it looks like it might be dying down a little bit.
Well, I think it's just changing directions.
Yeah,
it seems like it's
weird.
going more towards the east here. Remnants a little bit of Hurricane Melissa causing this tropical weather / we got a front coming through that is acting like a cold front, so we're not feeling the effects up here in the press box, but you know that the players out on the field, officials, coaches, cheerleaders, they're all out there in the elements dealing with this wind.
Yeah, I like it better up here.
Well, you spent a number of years down there on the field, so you understand.
Oh, I do, man. Yeah, it hurts sometimes. Late in the year and then early in the year, you're dealing with the heat. So it's like, football's it's a long season, and you're going through a couple of different, and we're doing a
now onside kick here. And we'll
Didn't
see.
go 10, or we got an offsides, it looks like.
Well, what do you do here, Coach? Do you take the penalty? Or
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I think it's a dead ball anyways, Kyle. I think an offsides, illegal formation. So you have to have X amount of guys on each side, and looks like they didn't on that one.
Well, the referee is set up long here, and now the 5-yard penalty, and this is helping the Little Green for sure, as they're possibly has a chance to get the ball back in the Salem territory with a good kickoff.
I'll tell you what, the Salem special teams coach is earning his money tonight, huh?
And we're going to...
So now he's going to hold it, so we're going to definitely try to kick it off here somehow.
Well, Steve Abraham is the head coach of the Blue Devils here, and shout out to Dan Kelleher and Johnny McDonald here for the assistant stuff. And you are correct. They're going to kick it off. It's going to be a low, taken at the 35, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be brought down at the 36-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, and just not able to get as quality of a return as Trevor Gray, the touchdown scorer, wanted here. But Little Green, with 3:20 to go, will have the win to their back, traveling from left to right across your screen for the 3rd time in this contest.
Yeah, you know, Coach Ray might come out gunning here, going with the wind again. You know, why not, right? You might as well. I don't think you're gonna throw it the other way. So,
well, setting things up as Owen Taylor Jelinas in the backfield right now on this play, and Drake in the shotgun gets the high snap, gonna quickly get it across, and look at the speed here, able to get what looks to be about a 6 or 7 yard gain. No, probably about a 9-yard gain on that play.
Yeah, Trevor's a player. He's only a sophomore, and you know, with James, with the two, 1-2 punch as sophomores, you know, they're looking like they're really gained the experience this year playing a full season at the varsity level. So, next year they're going to be dangerous players.
Well, certainly over the next 2 years will be something special for the Little Green. Cheerleaders starting to get a little loud as it was a 8-yard gain, so 2nd and 2 here. And they're going to be throwing it again. This time it's deflected at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be now a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that was a little low of a throw. I mean, not a tall kid to begin with, so you're going to have to get the ball up there. And Salem defender kind of came off the edge there with his hands up, which you're taught to do, and he got a piece of it.
I think it was Matthew Dufour who was involved in that play, as the sophomore was able to make the pass incomplete. So 3rd and 2, 2:36 remaining, as the ball on the 44-yard line. Central went their first time with a 3-and-out. Now we'll see what they can do here, which to try to get a 3rd and short. Drake changing things up here, running out of time, able to get the ball, and it's going to be short here. We'll see what the officials say. From my angle anyway, we are a little bit further away from the field, as
that's a good spot for Central, I think.
That seems like it's a very quality spot here, and waiting to see. They will give that a 1st down. So
nice. And they tried to get him to jump off sides there, and then they froze a little bit, and they ended up just running the play that was called. So good on them.
So a new set of downs for the Little Green as they are almost to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 47. And now a run play trying to get to the outside, but he's going to be swallowed up. And there is some laundry on the field as possibly a holding call.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, that's what it is there. He threw it behind the play, so I imagine it was a pulling guard or something, grabbed one of the Salem players.
And it's what the call was, as he showed it to Salem. So 2:09 remaining, and the Little Green are going to go backwards a little bit here on this play. And coming onto the field will be Cole Preston, so expect a pass play here. And actually some more quality players here, with the ball now starting to be moved by the officials. It's set up now
Yeah, first and long. So 20, first and 20. Yeah. So it's right at the line of scrimmage where the hold occurred.
So a tough spot to be in here for the Little Green as, again, 2:03 to go. And they got to be smart with this win, too. If they go into the second quarter, they're going to switch sides. And if they got to go punt there, that's something to think about as well for Coach Ray.
Definitely.
And now
yeah, he's going to take off.
Got a lane here, trying to cut it back, and is able to get about 6 yards on the play out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So
yeah,
will be still second and long.
Coach Ray wanted them to get rid of that earlier. He's animated with them, and he's it's a teaching moment every time when you're dealing with a sophomore quarterback. So, but I like the fact that the kids got some gusto to get out there and run the ball. He did the right thing there, going out of bounds, and go to the next play.
1:40 remaining now. That's a tough spot to be in because you're always confident with your speed ability, as whatever you think you can outrun the other team, and now he's got to get rid of the ball. Is able to get that in. It's complete, and look at this, drop down at about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it's a first down.
And my goodness, able to stay in the pocket here and make the pass. I thought he was going down for a sack there, Buzz. I'm not going to lie.
No, it was an athletic play. He did that kind of all on his own under duress and got it off to Miguel Cruz. And Miguel, a nice job being past the chains when he caught it, and he got some yards after catch there, too. So Central's offenses look pretty good. It's just, their special teams is killing them today.
Yeah, nothing like digging yourself a hole, but 60 seconds now on the clock in this opening 12 minutes of play. And Central, with the wind on their back, will throw it deep. Look at this. It is incomplete. Pass really deflected by Liam DeFrancesco.
Yeah, it was intended for England. And nice job, though. Again, I like the you can tell Coach Ray's coached a million games here because he knows the wind and he knows the area. So you got to take a shot at this point. You got 48 seconds left in the quarter, so he took a shot there, and now maybe they'll throw more of an intermediate pass, and they'll have to switch to the run when they move the other way, or real short passes.
Well, great job by DeFrancesco for that deflection, as now a 2nd and 10 from the 41. Got to throw it again. Trying to rush around. Good blocking by the Little Green. Now look at the speed here of James as he goes out of bounds at about the 26-yard line, and that'll be good for a first down again for the Little Green.
Yeah, and what Central's doing is they're running their receivers way downfield. They're not going intermediate. They're going to the second level, and so that's bringing the defenders with them, and the linebackers for Salem are getting beat, and Drake is just kind of picking the lane and going to him. He's, he keeps this up, he's going to have a 100-yard rushing day.
And we've got to pay attention here to Cody England, number 17, on your screen, as he looks like he is in a little bit of discomfort with some sort of pain. And we'll look forward to seeing what he is able to do with this little injury.
Yeah.
But everyone's going to be knocked up. It's, again, the last game of the regular season, and you've been dealing with 8 or 9 weeks of just practices, games, and now here we go. Drake gonna throw is complete down to the 17-yard line. That will be good for another first down.
And it's weird to say, but they probably should hurry up here. I know it's going to be just a flip in sides, but I'd want to get one more play off before the quarter ends.
25 seconds on the clock here as Drake will come back, give the play, and they are inside the red zone. It's going to be a 1st and 10, now down to 15 seconds, and we'll see if they go for the end zone again. They've already tried it a couple times in this drive. Down to 5 seconds as now everyone getting set, and 2-1, and he able to get this play, and now able to pick up his own fumble, and he's going to be brought down, and that is how the opening quarter ends here, with the Salem Blue Devils leading this contest by a score of 14-7.
Yeah, and oddly enough, I might have thought about calling a timeout before that play. I know it's unconventional at the end of a first quarter, but with the wind a factor, you might have had a better chance. It looked like that play was rushed, right? And there was some confusion there. So if they call a timeout, they probably could have got a better shot at maybe throwing a fade to the corner or something. So now they're going to have to change things up a little bit, maybe throw it short or run the ball. So you might see a total change in formation by Coach right here.
Well, again, temperature right now is 44 degrees, wind gusts going from 12 to 27 miles per hour so far, and it feels like 34 degrees right now on this Halloween night. We haven't even mentioned how spooky of a night it is with Halloween, as the trick-or-treaters are out and about, as I was able to see a number of them on my way over here from Trinity, which their volleyball team was able to make their way to the next round in the playoffs. They will now head to the semifinals. They had a first-round bye, and they were able to take down the Raymond Rams, and now will be playing on Wednesday down at Pinkerton Academy, with the championship being on Saturday. So it's going to be a lot of excitement over the next few weeks here, Buzz, as this Saturday is all 3 field hockey championships, and then also next week. But either way, first and 10 from the you should be second and 10, and now run up out to the outside is
Trevor
trying to get around, and he's going to be brought out of bounds with authority, and that is big number Jack Richard again.
Yeah, and he threw him down kind of hard there. So they try to get the ball in Trevor's hands as much as possible. They do a bunch of different things to try to get the ball in his hands, and that time he was rushing. But, again, 3rd and long here. What are you going to do? Are you going to try to throw it? I don't know.
3rd and 6 as they are down at the 11-yard line, and
something quick might work, but he's on the center, so
we'll see if they hand things off. They do, and he's going to be clogged up and brought down. My goodness.
Yeah, and a field goal is out of the question, I think, too, right? That kind of takes things out of,
Well, you've got a good point as Cole Preston comes on the field, and coming off the field is Kobe Pierre. Or is that – no, excuse me, that's Jabril Juma, as these jerseys are kind of tough to see depending on the darkness.
Yeah, let's see, 4th down here. I don't know.
4th and 5.
If they spread them out, they may be able to get Drake a little loose again and find a lane. Salem's probably going to be looking for that here with the wind a factor. So
he is in this shotgun formation, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Man in motion here, and let's see. The pass play is incomplete. Oh, Trevor Gray had a good couple yards, but the pass just was incomplete, and a turnover on 4th down here for the Central Little Green. As tough spot to see right there, as you can see that he had room to get in that end zone, and just doesn't seem like the quarterback and wide receivers were on the same page.
No, they definitely weren't. And Salem's offense hasn't done a thing yet. They have 14 points on the board, but they don't have a first down, and they really haven't done anything yet. So let's see if Central can keep up the
well, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line go the Salem Blue Devils. And again, they had the ball in the red zone before. Now a little trick play here, trying to get to the outside, and he's able to be pushed out of bounds, good for about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, and that's what they look to do, get a little bit of get wide, get to the boundary, and get up the numbers. They look to do that a lot with their offense, and Central's going to have to contain, and they did it early on. We got a flag here, Kyle?
I see it now that you mention it. So I was kind of listening to you, looking at the Colin Salkowitz, who was on it, and yes,
like a block in the back.
And
so
that's
going to push him back pretty good.
Half a distance to the goal. The Blue Devils will go backwards here, and well, you can't go too much further back, or you might get in some trouble here if they're not able to get some positive yards. So A ball at the 6-yard line.
Well, that should have been a false start there.
I thought the same thing,
Yeah.
and yes, it
Yeah,
is
it
now
is.
being whistled dead, as it took a while for the referees to really make that decision to blow it dead. And now look at this, Salem going back and back and back here with this 14-7 lead.
Yeah, the center didn't snap it. Everybody took off. The ball was still in the center's hands, and the side judge, I guess, didn't see it, but it took the head official to throw that flag.
How does that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
You coach for many years.
Yeah.
You've seen this happen before.
There was a key play, if you remember, last week before the half with Memorial and
Pinkerton.
And the Pinkerton player was totally in motion before the play, and they missed it. So it can happen. They got a lot of young officials now too.
1st and 18 in the end zone he goes, and is trying to get some positive yards, and it's good for a 7-yard gain. He had to run into the end zone for a hot minute, but he had no little greens, and now Zoo Suit Riot from the band underneath us as they are trying to create a riot for the Salem Blue Devils with making some noise here on now what is a 2nd and 11.
It looks like Zanani is their guy, right? It's their key guy. He's got speed. He had those 2 huge returns. Not for touchdowns because we thought the other one got in. He got out at the 2-yard line, but still, he's got, a couple hundred, almost a couple hundred return yards already.
Yeah, he's up to roughly 170 yards returning just on special teams. So now a 2nd and 11 from the 10-yard line. It's going to be handed off, and a good job by the little green getting in there. And now it's a rugby scrum, and he's going to be finally brought down. But after the play, and you can see the Blue Devils not very happy with that. And Jack Marconi is very upset that his player was brought down after the whistle.
Well, Central's getting to the ball. And, when they get multiple guys getting to the ball, those things can happen sometimes. But, I'm impressed by Central's defense so far. They're not on their touchdown. I mean, they couldn't help it. The ball was on the 2 to start, so there wasn't much they could do about that. But, they're doing a good job.
Well, now it is a 3rd and 6 Salem after having a big 1st and 18, and quarterback trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, and now it'll be 4th and about 4 here, and great job by Romello Diaz there to push him out of bounds.
Absolutely. I mean, their contain has been good. Salem's got outside of it only once, and the rest of the time the contain has been real good. And now we'll see where this punt goes with the wind, Kyle. This is going to be interesting.
Listed at about the 15-yard, looks like about the 18-yard line is where the ball is officially at. And, we'll see what this punt does. If he's able to get the wind, high snap, able to bring it down, and a good boot here that is going to be finally taken at about the 36. Gets past one man, gets past 2, and he's out of bounds there. And there's that man again, number 54 for the Salem Blue Devils. And Jack Richard is having himself a little bit of a good first half here, but smart play there by Trevor Gray to still want to return that and get some positive yards.
Yeah, I mean, that could have kept bouncing. And, he had a guy right on him, and he grabbed it and went. I can't tell you how impressed I am with these young guys for Central, and I think they're going to really go on and do good things.
Well, 7:15 remaining in this first half. Second quarter action here from Jim Schubert Field at Gill Stadium. Manchester Little Green trying to tie up this game on what is going to be roughly about their fifth drive of the game. And it's going to be brought down. Excuse me, it will be the 4th drive of the game. They've obviously had a turnover on downs, a punt, and a touchdown. So we'll see what the Central Little Green can do here. Is Halloween night, great job by the cheerleaders and also the band for dressing up.
I saw a bunch of kids dressed up like hot dogs and stuff. It was pretty cool. Felt like going to take a bite. Creamland's closed, right?
Creamland is closed, unfortunately, but the concession stands here at Gill Stadium are open for their last game of the regular season. You can hear the wind in the microphone right here as Drake trying to get to the outside. He's going to throw it and going to be complete at about the 40-yard line before being brought down. And pass was complete to Miguel Cruz. So able to get some positive yards, only three yards, and able to pass into the wind is certainly a tough spot here.
Yeah, to say the least.
So now it'll be a 3rd and 10 here. Let's see what they can do here with, again, 2 tough returns. Coach Thomas Zoyne and Kyle Heavey for Manchester Public Television with 5:45 remaining in the second quarter, and kind of waiting to see what's going to happen here. As looks like is Central just going to call a timeout here? I'm taking a very long time here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to burn one. He's got to at this point.
Yeah, for sure is.
Yeah.
Well, with 5:27 to go and a 3rd and long, it's a perfect time for Coach Ray to make sure that everyone knows what to do if they want to try to do try to get them to jump off sides, get that 5 yards. Yeah,
well, I mean, this is important too down here because, you know, you saw the punt from Salem in this almost the same location before, went 4 yards. So if you're Ryan Ray, you got to be thinking 2 down here, no matter where the ball is. And, you know, in a normal situation, if you don't get it here, you would punt, right? But I don't know that punting is going to do you much good. So you're better off just thinking about a 2 down situation here. Try to get it to be 4th and manageable. Don't try to get it all at once on 3rd and see what you can do on 4th, because punting it isn't going to get you anywhere.
No, not with the way things are going here. As Salem, again, has been able to benefit from 2 big returns, and really their offense has been taken off the field.
Yeah. Central's defense has played great.
Well, here we go with 3rd and 10 from the 41-yard line. Trying to get to midfield here. And cheerleaders are chatting it up underneath us, and a good handoff up the middle. Good for a 1st down. Great job right there, quickly getting it to Miguel Cruz.
Big
and
play.
Miguel just runs up the middle, and we've got a Little Green 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, big play there. Big play for Central because, you know, again, we talked about the wind and good design play and good blocking up front. And it looks like Memorial has gone up 14-0 against Exeter.
Wow.
So, you know, we've talked about how for real they are, and, you know, they could clinch the
they might get a bye next week,
yeah,
huh?
they could clinch a 1st place in the East. So, number 2 in the power poll, and we'll get back to this right now.
Big night in the Shabby McDonough. Another exact play right up the middle, and it works again, and you can see the excitement here from the offensive line, as this could be a last night for some of these guys, depending on how the outcome of this game is.
Right.
And why not go out showing your strength?
Yeah, absolutely. You always tell them that, you know. They had a lot of practices on these fields, the seniors, and a lot of, you know, it's a unique situation here where you're practicing on your game field. A lot of the high schools do now, but a lot of the teams don't from the outside team. So
2nd and 6 with a handoff now, and he's going to be good for about a 1-yard gain, and a good job by the defensive line of the Salem Blue Devils, and doing the job right there was Matthew Dufour. The sophomore is looking very stout right here for the Salem.
Big guy.
And now another 3rd down here for the Little Green as we are under 4 minutes to go in this first half. Second quarter action with Drake James coming back with a play call, and you know Salem's probably expecting a run up the gut again. Well, what will Little Green do here? 3 to the far side. You know that this is not the area you want to be passing, but Drake seems like he's able to just run and have well, look at him run now, but he's going to be brought down.
Yeah.
We'll see if there might have been a face mask there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was kind of high, but I don't think he grabbed it. He didn't get it anyway, so now
you
you're
can
at
see
4.
that he was looking for it there.
Yeah.
I thought that the way that his head whipped was certainly peculiar, and he does not get the call. And now a 4th and 7 here.
Is he
It
bringing
looks like the punt team is going to come out here.
Oh, boy. This is going to be interesting. It's good entertainment anyways.
Well, we're under 3 minutes now, and
I mean, it's the right play in a normal situation, but this is not a normal situation. But you know what? Maybe he'll get it between gusts, and maybe he'll get it off, and
kind of hard to judge it here.
It'll go
But
somewhere.
Glody Hamisi is back at the 47, and he gets it
Good.
away. It's a
Nice
good
and
one
low,
right here.
Nice and low, yeah.
It's going to be
Oh, wow.
down. Oh, keeps going. Got to watch your feet from the end zone.
Wow.
And it's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Special teams having a special night here at Gill Stadium. And now we'll see what the Little Green can do on their defense to try to get 2 points here with 2:17 remaining.
I don't know if he meant that, but that was perfect. He kicked it low and kept it out of that wind. And, normally the punters are, with extending their legs and getting height on the football, like the Salem guy did, and it went nowhere. This was nice and low line drive, and it kind of stayed underneath that gust. And once it hits that turf, it can roll forever. And, great job. Great job.
Now Salem with 2:17 remaining. Not much room here for as the ball starts rolling because of the wind. I don't know if you saw that, Buzz, but you see if they just do a QB sneak here to try to get some more room as they are still looks like. Oh, look at this!
We got half the distance now, so how far can you go?
Now, what is the ruling on this situation here, Coach? You can't have too many penalties. You can't only go backwards so many times.
It's half the distance. Unless the penalty happens in the end zone, then it's a safety. But if it happens outside of the end zone, then half the distance is half the distance. So, you don't get much of a penalty. But if you're, right on the edge of the goal line, I suppose you can't go back any further, right?
Well, that's exactly why I was just questioning. What? There must be a point where you just say you can't go any further back before it's in the end zone. And now a running play, trying to get to the outside, able to get some, and he's able to be stopped
by Trevor Gray. I mean, this kid is all over the place. I mean, come on. He's not a huge kid. Sophomore. He's probably 15 years old, right? Sophomore?
Now it's correct. 15.
So he's out there flying all over the place, offensively, defensively, special teams. I mean, I'm impressed by this kid.
Well, we're under 2 minutes to go. It's $1:45 remaining in this first half, and it looks like it'll be a 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah, no game.
They might have gotten a few inches, a little more breathing room. Man in motion here, and now a little run over. Can they get him? Oh, he's able to get some positive yards, still on his feet, and he's going to get the first down out of bounds. Unbelievable.
They had a shot there at getting him in there, but that was a great effort, by
Shakira.
Aiden Shakira had a great effort there, kind of a one-man effort because Central's defense was right on top of him. And looks like we got
the clock was continuing to run on that first down, so we'll see if
Trevor Gray is running off the field here.
And he is limping pretty good right here. This is not a good sign, and maybe it's an injury timeout for Trevor, who gets some water and just trying to walk it off. I think any athlete knows exactly what's going on here, as he just wants to be able to get that strength back and let his body try to figure things out, as Drake comes over and chats with him as well. But now a 1st and 10, 1:21 remaining in this second quarter. Salem, a little trick play again, and this is going to be still on his feet to the 20, 25, and he's out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Great trickery here by Salem tonight.
Double handoff there, and that's in their book. They use that a lot. But they, obviously they want to get the ball in Jordan's hands because he's got so much speed. And Central, gave that up, but at least they kept him from getting a huge play there. Because now you're talking 1:14 left.
Well, wind to their back. You haven't really seen any pass plays, but now look at this, trying to get something going.
And it's
intercepted, excuse me.
Yeah.
And he's brought down at the 26-yard line. Wow, oh wow.
I'm trying to see who it was for.
Defense coming into play, and now we'll see
Joseph Lopez.
Looking like
big play. He dropped back, and now you see why Salem doesn't throw it too much, right? That was with the wind, and they're a running football team, and he threw that right into coverage. And great. Central's defense played really well tonight. They're going to go into the half either tied or down by a score, but the defense is carrying the day here.
Well, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line as the Little Green have 2 timeouts remaining. And we'll see what they can do here with 65 seconds and 25 yards. Drake gonna pass. He gives it up quickly, able to complete it. This will be good for a 1st down and just short of the 1st and goal here.
And Salem maybe not expecting them to go that far down the field because of that wind. But, Drake looked like he's made an adjustment and throwing a real tight line drive. And, Central, again, this is their home field. You can't say they haven't practiced in the wind here before. I'm sure they have.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
So, that's an advantage to them. And it's a swirling situation. So, let's see if they can get in.
1st and 10 from the 11, 35 seconds remaining. Drake looking to the far side, gets the ball, has to get past a man. He's able to throw it incomplete, but that's intentional grounding.
Yeah.
And the flag is thrown right at him, and you can see him immediately get up. Not much you can do. That lineman was coming at him fast and furious right there.
Yeah. And either way, it would have been a sack, and the ball spotted at the same spot. So, unfortunately, you get a little penalty and a loss of down there too. So,
and if it's the NFL, they'll have the 10-second runoff, but I don't think that this is the NFL.
No, definitely not.
So this is going to be a tough spot here. This will be 2nd and
a long
the referees are talking things over some more as they want to make sure that they have the ball in the right spot.
Yeah, it's 2nd forever here. Wait, what do we got?
Excuse me, it'll be 3rd down. So because you lose it down.
Yeah, the ball spotted on a 30, and then get looks like they can get a 1st down on the 1. So.
But with 26 seconds to go.
Lost it down. Was it 2nd down or was it 3rd down?
It was 1st down, so 1st down would be incomplete with the penalty. And
so it's 2nd down, And I don't know what the discussion would be with the Salem sideline.
Well, now the referee comes running back. He's getting his steps in tonight.
We're going to talk to Coach Ray now. So
they're going to run the clock. I mean, it was an incomplete pass, though.
Well, grounding's different. Grounding's a penalty, so it's not considered.
So the clock starts running here,
down
to 20 seconds, and now Drake looks at throw. It's going to be.
Yeah, he got it.
What are they going to say? It looks like he was kind of bobbling it, and they're going to say it was complete pass with 13 seconds to go.
Yeah, and they're doing the sideline play there, and you could tell they practiced that one a lot, huh?
They certainly had, and it just seemed to be that the ball was not caught cleanly, but the officials, there's only one right there, and he's kind of blocked by the player, so you can only see what you can do. And now
you got a shot at the end zone here.
We have 13 seconds to go. It's 3rd and roughly, if I do the math, it'll be 3rd and 10.
And Central with 2 timeouts left still. So if they get a quick play here, they might be able to get another one in.
Drake gets the ball, looking to pass again. Throws it. Fastball just not able to stay above. And now it'll be 4th down with 8 seconds to go here with Central trying to tie up this game. And
yeah, but he's doing it right. He's keeping it low. and throwing it hard, like like a baseball almost, because you got to keep it. If you loft that thing, it's just going to float up there. So he's keeping it low, and maybe they can get to the edge. I mean, that guy was wide open on the sideline when he caught that last play. They can maybe get to the edge of the end zone there and have a corner play, or we'll see. It looks like Central will probably use the timeout here.
Yeah, they might as well.
He's taking his time.
It's not like you can bring him into the second half with you.
The clock's not running. I don't know why he just doesn't call it right now.
I was wondering the same thing. It was like, all right, well.
Maybe he needs a little more time to think,
You know what? Make those officials get their money's worth here.
Right.
You've been in there before.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Sometimes you just question the officials and make them have to stay out there longer in the wind as well.
No fun.
What has been a fun night so far. Again, senior night here. Congratulations to all the cheerleaders, the color guard, the band, and the players here for the Little Green as they will have their last time here at Gill Stadium for the 2025-2026 season here, as will play on the road if they are able to make a playoff run. But they got to get this victory and get some luck on their side on other areas as well. So it'll be great to see if they can do it. But from what I'm hearing, it most likely it will not be Central in the Turkey Bowl this year. A first for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, they went back to the point system, with West being back in it. And, it's 2 points for a Division I win, 1.5 for a Division II win. So with West winning 5 and probably maybe 6 tonight.
Here we go. 4th down. Pass play. He had a man, and you got to question the wind here at Gill Stadium tonight as the pass goes incomplete, and Salem will get the ball with 3 seconds to go, most likely kneeling it down. And Central at least will get the ball first to start the second half, but still a chance there to put 6 or 7 up on the board, and just to no avail here. And
Coach Ray all over the young kid. And he's young, and he's going to take some hard coaching from that guy because he was really on him on that one, though.
And now the first half will end with a Salem kneel down as they take a 14-7 lead into the second half. What has been a crazy first half for special teams, with Salem really benefiting in a lot of ways, but the Little Green touchdown was thanks to the special teams as well, with the wind affecting things for the Salem punt here, as Coach Thomas Zoin and Kyle Levy will take a break here from Coach Jim Schubert Field at Gill Stadium. Manchester Public Television's Friday Night Football coverage here. Back at the second half after this. As the final seconds tick off from this halftime break, Kyle Levy and Coach Thomas Zoin ready for the second half action here from Coach Jim Schubert Field here at Gill Stadium in this 14-7 Salem leading over the Central Little Green, as Salem will be kicking into the wind to start things off for the second half, as certainly a topic all throughout this game so far is seeing the wind gusts blowing so gustily from the west to the east and causing a lot of issues here for both teams in the passing game.
Yeah, definitely. And, Central deferred, so Salem choosing to get the wind in the fourth quarter. How much that doesn't really matter that much on their offense, because they've only put the ball in the air one time, even with the wind. But it does matter on punting and kicking and special teams. So Central creeping up a little bit further here now. So hopefully we get a gust here and they can get a good return. See what happens if they squib it. They squibbed it last time.
Haven't even really had a chance to talk about the kicker here, and he sends a pretty good kick here. That's going to be caught at the 14-yard line up to the 20-25. Now tries to get some room because of spin, and is brought down at the 35. So a good return there by the potential player of the game at this point, in Trevor Gray.
Yeah, he's been all over the place so far. Let's see if Central comes out slinging it here now. Different, Coach Ray was not happy at the end of that half with his quarterback, on a couple of the decisions late in the half. But again, it's tough throwing into that wind. So he was, he's a young guy, and this is new situations to him. So let's see what they're going to do if they're going to try to get the ball in the air. It looks like they're coming out in the run set.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 35, and trying to get something up the middle, but it is absolutely stopped on command. And Jack Richard involved with that, as well as Mr. James Nelson or Matthew Dufour. I'm going to go with James Nelson. We said Matthew Dufour a lot, but I just realized that there's 2 number 55s on this team. I'm gonna assume that it's going to be the senior that's been really a big part of this instead of the sophomore.
Yeah, probably.
So kind of an interesting dynamic that we're just realizing.
2 55s. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Is this a college team or what?
Was good for a 1-yard gain. And now pass play, trying to get a block, able to get one. Now trying to make some moves, and will be brought down at about the 41-yard line.
And that's the first time I think they've thrown when he's been on the center. Most of the throwing's been a shotgun situation, but so that's good. That'll throw Salem off a little bit. That was a quick little gain, and it puts him at 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 4 from the 41-yard line, with Salem trying to be strong on defense here. Obviously, both teams having some talks in this halftime break to try to get things going and make the adjustments to try to get this victory. Both teams need this victory to going into the last game of the regular season. And now pass that will be complete. Good for a 1st down. Gets swallowed up by a sea of white, but a great job there by number 17, and Cody England. Great to see him back on the field.
Yeah, and the last time we were here, we pointed out that the central receivers really run good routes, and that was a great route by England there, and there was a couple of others, late in that half there, good routes, and this kid really zips the ball in there when, I could see them really being a real throwing threat next year. With another year under their belt with this kid and working with Trevor Knight in the offseason, and yeah, he's going to be tough.
Well, into Salem territory, the Little Green go, as Drake will look to sling it again. Just barely got it over the outreached arms of one Jack Richard, and the pass goes incomplete, trying to get some big yards there, and just was not able to find his man. And I believe it's Cole Preston that the pass was intended to.
And that's part of the learning that an incomplete pass is okay. You take a shot down the field, and, if it's not there, throw it incomplete, throw it when nobody can get it. And, you don't want to try to force things. So now they're coming out 5 wide. So this, in the first half, opened up some lanes for Drake to run in. Let's see what happens.
Well, 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. And see if you read it correctly. Pass is going to be deflected. And look at that. Big spot right there, able to knock that ball down. And great job by the Blue Devils, causing a now 3rd and long. And Josiah Padon is pumped up for that.
And it looks like, that was a point of emphasis for Salem coming in with their hands up, because that's the second time they got their hands on a pass out of Drake's hands. And he's not the tallest right now, and he's still got plenty of time to grow. But, and plus he's a left-hander, so, coming off of that edge, you're able to get it. And that was both times coming off that edge.
Well, now 3rd and 10, as passing again, trying to get around one man, and he's going to be brought down way back at the 41-yard line. And did he fumble?
I don't
is
think
the
so.
question.
I think he was down. I don't see a turnover and downs. Yeah, it's 4th down.
So
Central's got to punt, but they can punt into with the wind this time.
2 incompletions and a sack. The last time we saw this, he was able to learn from his mistakes, but now you're running out of time as the clock continues to run, and now Drake has to come back out there.
Is he
on the special teams? Or
he's the snapper.
That's
he's the snapper. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I recognized that throughout this season.
It's tough to.
Glody.
He's got a one-handed snap.
Able to get that ball away, end over end.
Great one, great
Takes
kick.
a good return, and smart move just going down at the 12-yard line, as he did not really have that ball cleanly in his hands. So give some love to Jordan Zanini, who again has been a integral part in this game for the Blue Devils, making big returns on the special teams.
And Hamisi has been a factor in the special teams with his 2 punts. One with the wind and one against the wind, where he kept it nice and low and got it Salem pinned down to the 1-yard line earlier. Coach is still talking to Drake on the sidelines. Now he's in a more of a coaching mode and teaching him. At the end of the first half, he was upset. So, he gets a little bit more animated, but he's just coaching the kid.
Nice run up the middle. That will be good for a first down. And finally, the whistles are blown. So a great run up the middle that helps the Blue Devils get away from their own end zone and get some positive yards. As now switching out all sorts of players here. Looks like they're going to go into a hurry-up type situation now.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. I mean, they're going against the wind right now. You would probably want to use the clock as much as you can. Central's defense has really played well, and they got to just, not get frustrated and keep playing hard.
Now another run play, finds some blockers, and is brought down at the 31-yard line. So back-to-back good runs for Salem. And they might have noticed something in the halftime to get their offense looking a little bit sharper.
But Aiden Sakara, is that it?
That's that's what.
Sakala, we'll call him Aiden. He's had some good runs, and he's been the toughest guy to take down so far for Salem.
Well, here we go with a 2nd and short, and this time it's going to be given to Jordan, jumping back, forth, up, right, and back down at the 35-yard line. That is good for another first down. So 2 quick first downs here and all running plays. And what else are you supposed to do when you got a senior that's so capable of special moves from Salem?
Yeah, and this has been their best drive, believe it or not, so far. We're talking about a 14-7 game where they're winning, and 2 first downs has been their best drive. So Central's got to step up and get a negative play here.
Well, there's still bumbling, and brought down there, and good for about a 3 to 4 yard gain. So some trash being blown across the field there. Again, winds coming. For those that are underneath us in the bleachers, at least it's a little bit tough. If you're low enough, maybe you don't feel the wind as much, but we're having great time up here seeing this contest. And now look at this run. Great stop right there, finally getting him down. And wow, what could have been more, as now it'll be a 3rd and 3 here for Salem.
Yeah, and Central's got to really dig down here and keep the ball on that side of the field because in the 4th quarter they're going to be going against the wind. So they really want to get the ball back as quick as they can here and use that wind a little bit.
We'll see what they could do here. It looks been all run so far, and they're going to continue it, trying to get to the outside. He's going to spin. Lots of spin moves. He's, able to get that first down.
2nd and 3rd effort got him there.
Unbelievable.
Central's almost making the play there, right there. But now they're a little short of making the play in the backfield, and Salem's able to get 3, 4, 5 yards a gain now. So you got to make that initial tackle, and help is going to come, and that's what was happening earlier. But now it's one man trying to make the play, and that doesn't always work.
Well, doing a great job here between Aiden and Jordan here. And now run up the middle for Aiden, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down, but that will be right at the first down marker. So a run of 10 yards. Salem really getting in the groove right here.
Yeah, their offense is clicking now for the first time. 3rd or 4th first down on this drive already, and that's probably more than they had in the entire game before this. So, again, Central's got to make a play on first down. Get a negative play, put them in a tougher situation on 2nd.
Well, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line, and a little change up here, and he's still able to get her through and brought down, good for a 7-yard gain. So ground and pound is working perfectly, and Sigarala, the junior, is enjoying getting these positive yards.
Yeah, he switched the backs around there at the last minute so they could do a quick dive. I don't know if he changed the play call there or the kids were just lined up in the wrong spot.
Well, here we go with a 2nd and 3. Got to run it this time as the QB is able to get the first down and more. Great run by Van Mason.
Yeah, and number 11, the receiver for Salem, ran the cornerback off there. And if I'm Central, I'm not even paying attention to that kid going down the field because they have no intention of throwing the ball. They're putting the ball on the ground, and you got to put somebody on there now, out there on them, but you can also run too.
1st and 10 from the 30, giving it to number 1, Colin Salkowski. Salkowitz. And he is able to get about 3 yards on that play.
And Salem's setting it up for that double handoff again. And once they get that, they're looking for their speedster to get out in the open. Jordan, it's been a long drive here, the longest of the night for Salem, and Central's defense is looking a little tired.
Yeah, under 4 minutes to go now in this 3rd quarter, and both teams have had the ball for 1 possession, and Salem looking to increase their lead. 2nd and 8 now officially is listed as man in motion, and that's Colin. And now whistles here, and this could help out the Little Green here, as looks like a false start on the Blue Devils.
And over at Schubert McDonough, we got Exeter going into the end zone. So now Memorial up 21-14.
A tight one over there.
Yeah, 9:51 left to go in the 3rd. So we're going to have a nail-biter over there across town.
3:20 remaining in this 3rd. And now a 2nd and 13 for Salem, going right to left across your screen. And now handoff. Look at the hole right there, finally brought down. But Aiden Sigarala able to get at least 10 yards on that play.
Yeah, he's really running the ball well. He's been their other than the returns, he's been their offense, really.
They just are nice switching things up between Aiden, Colin, and Jordan. They just are all a 3-headed monster. Whoever has the ball, the offensive line is doing a great job of blocking here. And now a 3rd and 5. And almost had him right there, and he's going to be brought down short. So it's that at this point you're going to be kicking into the wind. It's 4-down territory, and now it's a time, like you said earlier, for Central to really dig in here.
Yeah, and again, Central's so close to make that play in the backfield. They were making them in the first half, and they're just missing it now. And if they get one of them, it could cause a fumble, or they could cause anything, or definitely a loss. A loss on the play. Big play here. I expect them to go either double handoff or give it to 5.
Well, you see, it's 4th and 3 from the 23-yard line. As now, look at all 3 of them in the backfield.
They look confused. I don't know if they're going to call a timeout here.
Zalkowitz now moving around. Now Aiden Sigarala moving around. And now a little pass play, and it works to perfection. A first down. Cutting back out. He fumbles it. We'll see who recovers it. Little Green are saying they have it, and they do. A huge turnover. The pass plays have not worked for Salem. An interception and now a fumble. And the Little Greens defense able to come up and make a huge play there on what was looking to be a possible touchdown, if not at least a first down there.
That's a case of the youngster trying to do too much. He already had the first down, and sometimes you just got to know when to go down. And he tried to surge ahead for a little bit more, and he lost the football. And a great job by Central being on top of it. Their defense needed a little bit of a break there, and they got one.
Well, now they got a big drive ahead. They are at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Got to go 82 yards to tie up this game. And Drake going to try to run up the middle, and he is going to be brought down by a number of white jerseys. And the first to really get a hold of him was number 48, and that is not on my pages here, actually. So
and he really hasn't done anything on the design runs. His gains have been all on pass plays where he scrambled and caught Salem's linebackers covering. On the design runs and the draws, he really hasn't had any room at all. Yeah, I don't have a 48 either, Kyle, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, that's a great job by making that tackle, but we are under 60 now in this third quarter. Central with their second time getting the ball. A long drive for Salem really killed the clock here, and now we'll see what Central can do with a 2nd and 9 from the 19-yard line, and now whistles being blown, and we'll wait and see what exactly this is all about as the head referee coming out to chat about things. Could it be?
He picked up the flag. I don't know if was he
no flag.
Yeah, he did not reset the play clock, so because that couldn't have been a delay. There's no way. I don't know if he was too quick on the.
Well, that's a rarity in my book. You don't see a lot of penalty flags being picked up as now. Or now we got a little green player coming off the field, though.
Yeah, equipment issue. I saw him pointing to his knee pads, so I don't know if he.
Looks like we got a little bit of blood, or possibly.
Yeah.
As that is Romello Diaz, who is now having to come off and chat with the trainer here.
Huh.
Now we're certainly delayed in this contest. How long does this take? And even more players here for the little green getting questioned.
This drives me insane. They play uniform police out there a little bit too much. I mean, I understand that, it's supposed to be for safety. But, I mean, this kid's got long socks on. How can you tell where the knee pads come down? So they made him go off the field and bring in the third-string player now because this guy, what's he going to do, look at his knee pads now too?
Cesar Fallon has to come off. And now I saw that Damian Wilson has to come into the game. And now a 2nd and 9 has surprises all around here. Drake throws it deep. Got a man, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, we got interference. Great effort, though. He almost got that anyways. So, we're going to be 15 yards, so it doesn't go to the spot. So we're going to be 15 yards from there.
Trevor Gray with a great attempt to get that, but was not able to bring it down, but will take the first down and the 15, and now with 17 seconds to go, see if they go for another pass play with their last 17 seconds with their wind to their back here. Waiting to see where the ball will be set up here, as now the official starts to run up with the ball. Looks like he might have been a running back in his day as he sets the ball at the 34-yard line. So, Coach, did you always like that? I mean, did you prefer the spot foul, or do you,
well,
do you understand
in
the
high
15s?
school it's kind of tough. I would tell my guys if they're beat real long, if they're beat, to take the pass interference sometimes in some situations.
And that will be a penalty right there.
Because, if
Cody
the other
England
team is
was
backed way up and 15 yards isn't going to make a difference and you don't want to get burnt, you can just tackle the kid, right? And take the 15. So, yeah, it's been like that for a long time now. I don't know that they'll ever go to the spot foul in high school.
Well, after gaining 15, they go back 10. And so it's a jump ahead, fall behind type action here for the little green. It was only 5 yards, not 10. Appreciate that. As nice fastball right here near the sideline is out of bounds, and able to catch that was Cole Preston.
Yeah, it's a good ball there, and they're able to throw those cross-pattern plays going this way. I'm looking to see if it died down. I don't think it died down too much, right?
No, you can see the wind
still,
on your screen right there. It is.
So they got 10 seconds left to go going this way. So,
but it's a 2nd and 4 at the same time.
Right. So you want to try to get the first down at least here, and
play was good for an 11-yard gain.
And we're gonna flip. Directions.
So, Central looking to pass. Got to scramble. Finds a little bit of daylight and is brought down, but another flag has been thrown.
That could be a face mask on that one, because did that guy throw it from?
The sideline judge threw the flag, but there was also another one here.
Yeah.
So we'll pay attention. 4 seconds is up on the clock here. And now the referee.
Oh, we got a hold. Must have been a pretty obvious one. I didn't see it, but both refs called it. So.
Well, again, the Little Green are the culprits of a mistake here, as they have had a tough third quarter here. These 12 minutes have not been the best that they were hoping for here to try to tie up this game. Salem again just leading this game 14-7, and now the clock has hit 0, and that is how the third quarter will end, with no points for either teams. Salem with a great drive that ended with a fumble, and with the Little Green they had a great punt, but really haven't been able to do too much here. And now it's going to be a big decision here to try to fight this wind. You saw how the second quarter ended with a incomplete pass and what should have been a touchdown, and the running game has been a tough spot here for Central.
Yeah, and it's going to be part of the game. I mean, you got to make those decisions, and they decided to defer in the first half, and that gives Salem the choice of the direction. Over at Memorial, Jacob Schuff with a 50-yard run for a touchdown, and now they're up 28-14, and Jacob is on his way to a possible Player of the Year season.
It certainly has been special for him.
He's done it all over there, and one of the few guys that plays both ways for them, and another long run for him, and he hasn't had a million touches either. He only gets a certain amount of touches a game, and boy, oh boy, has he had a season.
Well, it's listed as a 3rd and 13 here for the.
Well, they got second on the sticks.
Maybe it's okay. So 2nd and 13 then. Now gonna pass it, setting up, throwing deep, and incomplete. No laundry on the field there. And
it's not bad though for against the wind. No, it kind of wasn't that far off from where he wanted to put it. So if you can get it at the right time, I think I don't think it's going to be a factor if he keeps it on a line drive like that.
Well, I kind of noticed that the angles have been a huge help for sure. You don't go straight into it, but if you can go at a 45-degree angle, you seem like you have a chance here. But now a 3rd and 13 for the Little Green from the 31-yard line, now going right to left. Now got to get rid of it quick, able to complete the pass, and now we'll see the flag has been thrown, and you could see that was waiting to see if he would throw it or not, and his head almost got taken off there, Coach.
Yeah, that was a definite one that time. It was right out in the open. You couldn't miss that. So, it's got to be a 15-yarder, not a 5-yarder. He really turned his head.
And as someone that played defense, it's such a frustrating thing when he makes a move and you try to just reach your arm out, and next thing you know, you're grabbing a face mask and you're not meaning to do it, but then just the momentum of you going one way and him going the other, it gets stuck to your hand. And these gloves certainly don't help either.
No, and that's why you teach them to break down and not have your hands up there. But when you're in the middle of a play, it's tough. He's trying to make the tackle and come in.
It's much
I don't
easier
know.
for us when we're going 0 miles per hour up here in the press
Yes.
box compared to these players that are dealing with 27-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well. So personal foul goes against Salem. And great way to start the fourth quarter with able to get some.
Oh, boy. Man, these guys have struggled a little bit, the officials. Right. He started the mark off, then he forgot where he was, so he's going to come back and start. 15 from there, bud. There you go.
Now Salem will have to start pushing their way to the left here, and the ball will be set down at the 46-yard line. So 54 yards away are the Little Green from tying up this game. They have not had a good long drive at all in this game. The one time they scored was thanks to great field position off a bad kick from Salem. And now trying to tie up this game, running out of time here as 11:30 remains in this game. Drake looking, now trying to get to the outside, gonna throw it, it's gonna be complete, and reaching, but is gonna be short of the first down. And great job by the offensive line there. I was questioning, one of the Salem guys had jumped trying to make the tackle, but wasn't sure if he was pushed or held or what exactly, but no flags were thrown.
Yeah, again, a nice scramble throw by Drake there, and really put some zip on it. He's had to adjust his throw here going this way, and he's able to throw into it, and if he can do that, then, later on in his career when they're playing this late in the year, it's going to be a meaningful time. And now they're back in a run formation.
Well, I know that for these seniors, including Cody England, who is out there, he wants to make a play and tie up this game. We'll see if that's possible here. A run to the outside, but a flag has been thrown.
Jeez.
So this play will immediately come back, and I'm thinking it's going to be a holding call as that was immediately thrown as looks like big number 78 might be the culprit. And
he wasn't
Jesus
happy.
Contreras, the senior, as he obviously wants to get a touchdown as well. He doesn't want to end his senior year with a loss as well. But
And, something, this guy, I don't want to pick on the refs because I do that a lot, don't I, Kyle?
well, you know a lot of these guys.
But I also know the rules. And so that's a spot foul. It's 10 yards from the hold. And he just marked it off from where the end of the run was. So that's not even the right spot right now. That should have been 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Well, Central will take it. I'll say that.
It's good for Central, but,
2nd and 13. And a quick pass play, trying to get to the outside, get some blocks, and is able to get across midfield. And Trevor Gray, again, able to just take a short pass at.
Yeah, just get the yards after catch, and that's designed for that. And you got a little bit of blocking out in front, and a good design play there on 2nd down and long.
Well, now,
but it should have been 2nd down and longer.
It certainly should have.
I don't know who's not paying attention on the Salem sideline, but I would have not been pleased on that one. But hey, let's get it for the home team, right?
Well, 3rd and 5 from the Salem 49. Central has crossed midfield, and now a big, crucial 3rd down position, and a little change of play here at the last moment, or just someone set up in the wrong formation, and they're going to go to Trevor again. He's able to get the first down. Ball comes out. It's going to be recovered by Salem.
Yeah, and Trevor was trying to make a play there, trying to get to the marker. And you really can't blame him there. It was a good strip by the Salem defender. Really good strip and a better recovery because that ball was bouncing out of bounds.
Jack Richard is able to recover it. So both teams having fumbles in the second half on players trying to get extra yards. And Salem will get the ball with the wind beat to their back at the 44-yard line with still a 7-point lead with 9:19 remaining in this contest. Band trying to get some loudness going on to distract Salem, and their run game has worked, and now trying to get to the outside. We've seen this throughout this night, and able to do a great tackle. Man, oh man, Trevor Gray.
Yeah, Trevor. He hustled because somebody gave up the edge there. So he hustled up from the safety spot and made that tackle.
Jordan Zanini wanted to get another 6, or at least close to it, but was finally brought down. Good for still a 6-yard gain, but looks like at one point it was going to be more.
Yeah, definitely.
6-yard gain could have been a 6 points, but now 2nd and 4. Another handoff. This time it will go to number 5, and he gets the first down. Aiden Sacarella is finally brought down at about the 30-yard line, and he is up and pretty pumped up here. And
yeah, he's had a good game.
There is a flag in the backfield, though, Coach.
Oh, there
and
we
that
go.
is going to be holding on Salem.
Okay, so look at where the spot is, right? See where the spot of the hold right there? That's where it's going to go from, right there. Not from the end of the run way down where this guy was. So that's what they did earlier against Central. So, yeah, they're going to push him back here. Which is why you'll see the officials adjust the flag on the ground, right? Because if they throw it and it doesn't land where the foul happened, they'll adjust the flag so that the umpire can mark it off from there.
So it'll go as a 2nd and 14. The clock has continued to run again. We are under 8:30 to go in this game. Central got to make a play or get the ball back in some way or another here with time ticking away. A 2nd and 13. Pitch out to Zanini. Zanini trying to find some daylight, and he's pushed out of bounds. Good for roughly about a 3-yard gain.
You know, and I'll take that if I'm Central, because they ran a pitch to the short side of the field, the weak side. You're going to get the ball in your speedster's hand. You want him going to the wide side of the field to try to get some room to operate. A great play by Central there, though, and it puts them in a passing situation here. And we've seen what happened on the passes so far from Salem.
Well, here we go with a 3rd and 9 play here from Salem. Now a little trickery, some more, trying to get to the outside. He's going to cut back, and he's going to be brought down. Wasn't sure if the ball came out, but it did not. A great run attempt there by Colin Sakowitz, but an even better play by number 7, Kingston Patton.
And Central in general has strung those out, and they've done a nice job scouting Salem, and Salem loves to get out there. I mean, how many times have they tried to run that outside play? I mean, a million. And Central, for the most part, has handled it. The only drive that really Salem got going was in between the tackles a little bit, and Central has kind of held them at bay, and their offense really hasn't scored except for that 2-yard drive that they had.
Trevor Gray got to get a chance to return this. A good punt right there, but it's going to be brought down and recovered by Salem.
Yeah, and you got to feel for the kid there, because, I can't tell you how hard that is, and you can't teach that position back there. It's so difficult, and with the wind swirling and everything, and then you got a player running right at you. Probably a fair catch maybe there would have done him a little bit better. But yeah, a tough one. And now Central's defense really has to step up.
Caden Alsop was able to recover that after a muffed return there by who has been a consistently good player, Trevor Gray, in this contest. And now 1st and goal for the Salem Blue Devils as handoff here, trying to cut it back to the outside, and he will get in for the touchdown. Salem now with a 13-point lead, looking to add more, and Aiden Sicarala is having himself a great time celebrating this touchdown.
And Aiden kind of deserved that one, because he's had a good night running the football. Central's defense was kind of discouraged after that fumble on special teams, and really special teams for Central has hurt them tonight, and it's pretty much given up all 3 of their touchdowns. So defensively, they've played really well.
Just 6 seconds came off the clock on that as Sweet Caroline being played underneath us, and Salem looking to get a extra point here to make this a 14. The bad snap, and it's going to be recovered by Central. So a good special team change here for the Little Green, but is it too little too late here? Is now down 13. You got to get 2 scores here.
Against the wind, so that's the tough part, right?
And a tough one here as we're seeing an injury to number 74, and that's Javian Beckles, who is coming off the sideline here. I see a WMUR videographer down there who looks like he is having a rough time with this wind, chilled beyond belief. And now for Salem, they are looking to make some more highlights with getting this victory and putting themselves in the playoffs next week. We'll set back deep. We'll see if now Little Green can have a nice return for.
They're going to need one because this wind is tough, and I imagine Salem's going to try to kick it deep here. With
Braden Pellerin has to hold the ball here for the Blue Devils, as doing the kicking is Ryan Bryant, who we haven't really said too much. He missed that extra point. Well, he didn't even really get a chance, and he puts one end over end. And it's going to be
20-yard line.
And
Trevor's upset. You know, he's got to hold his composure. I know he's upset at himself and nobody else, but just hold composure, kid. You played a great game, and you know mistakes happen. You know, you tried to make a few plays here in a row, and unfortunately put the ball on the ground. So it happens. You know, happens to the best players, and happened to him unfortunately tonight.
Well, 7:06 remaining. Little Green have to go 80 yards to try to cut this deficit. Will be very tough, but they practice these situations throughout the year. You know that Coach Ray has had them ready with only so much time on the clock to make some plays happen. And now we'll see if they can make something happen. Drake James in the shotgun formation, got to quickly get it over and brought down for a loss on the play, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, as Romello Diaz was trying to get anything he could.
Yeah, he's trying to get something after the catch there, and nothing doing.
Good to see that Javian Beckles is coming back out on the field here, as after that extra point, he came off limping pretty good, but certainly it could be just a cramp, as, again, with temperatures like this, it's only so much you can do. Is you think that you're putting enough water in your system, but you're really not, with it being chilled. So here we go, 2nd and 10, running with the ball, but being brought down, and good for about a 3-yard gain, but tackle there by number 57 in Caden Alsop on that play.
The last update for Memorial, it's 28-14 going into the fourth quarter. Memorial up. I'm trying to find something on Central.
We are at Central.
I'm sorry, at West. You think I would know who West is?
You would think so.
Yeah. It looks like they're down 3-0 with 1:25 left in the third. They're playing at Hanover, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
It is very chilly up there in the Upper Valley. And a pass play incomplete there, attended to get it to number 17 in Cody England. And now a 4th and 7 here from the 23-yard line. And the punt team will come out. And
if you ever played up at Hanover late in the year, which I have, it's a nice field, but it's kind of like it's a little eerie. It's in a gully, and there's the press box is way up high on the hill, and you're kind of down there by yourselves, and the fans are all away from you. So it's quite the experience. But yeah, West is down 3-0 is the last I saw, and
yeah,
hopefully they can come back. And
5:42 remaining in this contest, and now punt is going to be blocked, and it's going to be
that's going to be
back for a safety
yeah.
here, as things just are not going the Little Green's way in this second half, as 2 points up on the scoreboard go.
I mean, you gotta give
Salem.
You gotta give credit to Salem special teams. I mean, it's obvious that they put time into it. to everything that they do on special teams, and Central has been outplayed big time on their special teams. And offensively, offense versus defense, the game's been kind of even, right? If you take
away the special teams, it's a whole different game.
You take away, but you can't, and so you got to concentrate it on a little bit more, and sometimes that's tough to do. And Salem is obviously a team that really puts a lot into their special teams, and we've seen it tonight. Well, it can win and lose you a game, and this has won the game for Salem tonight, in my opinion.
The Little Green have been able to capitalize on a bad punt and a missed extra point, but now we're seeing a blocked kick and 2 very long returns in this game, one for a touchdown and one for 93 yards that the Salem Blue Devils are able to score 3 plays later, and it's really been the difference in this game. And now the kind of different. You're allowed to have a holder here. Usually in the pros, you see them just kind of kick it, punt it away.
Yeah.
Now, but still, the kick is going from the 20 into the wind, takes a good bounce, and now some trickery again, like we saw in the beginning of this game. Still on his feet and brought down at about the 42-yard line, or out of bounds, excuse me. And they're going to mark him actually at the 40. So good field position here. You are already up 15 points, are Salem, and at this point, you're just going to run the clock.
Yeah, you're going to run the ball, and that's all they've done the whole game anyways. The 2 pass plays resulted in turnovers. That's the only 2 times I think they put the ball in the air, right? The rest of it's been all runs. So they had the interception, and then they had the quick completion that turned into a fumble. And again, Central's defense, I give them credit because they played really well tonight.
Well, here we go with a 1st and 10. Up the middle it goes, and still on his feet. What a great run right there by Mr. Aiden Sacarella.
And Aiden's making his case for, I know Jordan had the big 2 returns for Salem, but he's making his case for a player of the game for Salem.
Absolutely, as he has been able to move the chains time and time and time again. And now, as the clock ticks under 5 minutes remaining in this contest, it's season's coming to an end here very quickly for Central, and it's been a wild night here all around. And now look at this, another run here by Aiden, cuts it back and is able to get in for a 25-yard touchdown run, and that will cement the lead here up to 28-7. And with an extra point to do,
yeah, and the score is not going to indicate how close this game was. It's going to end up, probably at this score, or maybe, maybe somebody else will get one before the end of the game. But the story of the game was the special teams and the weather, the wind. And Salem took advantage of both, and Central did not. So, they had some opportunities to do so, and they really, their defense just ran out of gas there. That's all that was.
After a great return, just 2 run plays were able to score. The kick is up this time, and it is good. So now the score is 29-7 here with 4:44 remaining in this contest. And, want to give some love to all these seniors again. We saw them in the beginning of this contest with going out with their family members. But for us to be able to say their names out well, like Caleb Groden, and we got the Miguel Cruz, we have the likes of Owen Taylor Gelinas, we have Cesar Flan, who we have not said his name as much tonight as we were hoping to.
Yeah, I don't know if Cesar's banged up because he didn't really play that much tonight. He was in there a couple of times, and he came off once because of his equipment problem, but I really haven't seen him in there too much. And the last time they played Portsmouth, he was a huge factor. So, they could have injuries where they're very limited and they try to get a few plays in for them because they're seniors,
Isaiah Dupuis, Cody England. We got the likes of Jabril Juma, as we'll continue some more as Salem gets ready to kick this off, as Brian will put his right leg into it. And this will go into the end zone again. That Central will get the ball at the 20-yard line. And they have their last drive, went 3 now, and now it's just, about pride at this point, Buzz.
Yeah. And let's see if they can get a drive together and at least end the game on a positive note. End of the third quarter up in Hanover. Hanover leads West 3-0. It was a 49-yard field goal in the game. So
must have used the wind on that one.
Yeah, Hanover.
That's a heck of a kick.
Yeah. I'm checking out, see if I can find a score on updated score on Memorial. And I only have the end of the third, but it's got to be past that now.
Now, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Cheerleaders still showing their love, as 4 cheerleaders were represented in senior night as well. Now a little quick pass play, trying to make a play, but is unable to get past his man, and he's going to be brought down. Good for about a 1-yard gain and tackle right there by Jack Marconi.
And West looked like they're probably favored in that game, but going up there that far sometimes is tough. And on a night like tonight, you never know, what's going on with them with injuries just late in the year as well. And it looks like they really can't get it going offensively up in Hanover. And, probably neither could Hanover, because if it's only a 49-yard field goal so far in the game, I mean, I'm sure maybe the game's being played in between the 40s. I don't know.
That cannot be a fun night. And I know that Trinity was up facing Bow as well tonight, or at least that.
Oh.
Intercepted,
yeah.
And now going the other way.
Yeah.
And he is going to go in for the touchdown. And, well.
Yeah. And again, the score is not going to indicate how decent Central played at times tonight. They're just trying they're down by a couple of scores there. So, he's just throwing it up there, and the wind's going to take it. And, they had cover 4 there, and Jordan was just playing center field. And, with his speed, when he gets an interception, he's gone. So I think he may have just cemented the player of the game for Salem there. The other kid played pretty well, but he's something else. He's got speed.
Well, now score 35-7, and looks like Salem missing a player, having to. It would have been 11 on 10.
It happens on extra points sometimes.
Running onto the field is Jack Richard, and now we'll see if Salem can get another extra point. Oh, it's going to be blocked this time, and now return possible here for the Little Green. They were rushing to get it, so the score remains a 28-point lead for the Salem Blue Devils with 3:42 remaining. And, Coach, we are obviously having to pay attention in the next couple of days to see what the playoffs will bring here between Division I and Division II. We know that Memorial, from the looks of things, will be getting a bye, and we know that Trinity most likely will be getting a bye. So will West get a home playoff game is the next question here.
They're down right now, but one score can change that game. So just happy that all the teams are doing well. And back in the day, there was all these rivalries, and everybody, the coaches might have not liked the other. It's not like that anymore. For us, and especially for someone like me that put a lot of time in, I like to see Manchester teams, all the teams doing well, and all the kids doing well. And I know how hard it is to keep things together this long in a long season. Now Central will be there. I think with their young players and Coach Ray will get to the playoffs next year with these 2 kids. If they keep working and get in the weight room, and West is obviously on the upswing, and Memorial is right now towards the top of Division I. When was the last time you could say that?
And Salem with a little pooch kick right there that was handled wrong at first, but it finally was able to be taken and going to be brought down. And Cole Preston was not expecting to have to handle that ball, but he got it. And now it's an interesting spot for Trinity. 3:37 remaining, and the last few drives have not gone in their favor at all. The wind's even worse than it was before. You can see that the flagpole is bending galore now, as this weather is not for the wicked here. The Witches are going to have a tough time flying around Manchester tonight. Now, handoff here, trying to go to the near side, able to get some positive yards, and finally brought down pretty hard, and a flag late thrown, and Salem must have said something there, or you know,
or
that was a very delayed flag thrown.
Personal foul. Yeah, no need of that. I mean, the game's kind of out of control now. There's really no need to be doing that.
Well, looking at things, number 53 comes off the field, and Austin Miakia, so you don't know if he's getting spoken to by a number of coaches here, so he might have been the culprit on that play.
Right.
As now another player has to come off, and that is number 65, Drew Sharp, as now he's going back on the field. So this is a Central will get back into Salem territory, which they haven't been able to be there in some time.
I'm just trying to get my seniors some touches here if I'm Coach Ray, because again, obviously you're not going to come back now, so you want to just get your seniors.
And
he
brought down a fumble, and we'll see who recovers it. Salem looks to be pointing that way, and now we're just waiting for an official to say it, and that is what it will be. 1st and 10 for the Salem Blue Devils. A tough second half, just keeps getting
and the wheels kind of came off, especially in the fourth quarter here, with the turnovers and the special teams woes, and Coach Ray is I don't know what he's doing.
A timeout has been called here.
I think he's going to put his JVs in there. You need a timeout, and I'm with him on that one. You need a timeout for that, because you got to get organized and make sure you got the right guys in there, because most of these guys have been standing around most of the half, and you hand it over to your JV guy, and you want to make sure you got 11 out there. And sometimes you have to mix and match and get some other guys. They're still trying to get the right amount of guys out there, and they don't have near enough right now.
Now rushing back out there is none other than Joseph Lopez and Jabril Juma.
Bringing somebody, because part of the JVs probably aren't here, so that's the tough part.
Now run up the middle here,
Give me some new players for
Lopez
Salem.
able to stop that, and being brought down was Seth Kia for Salem.
Yeah, and Salem put a little double team on one of the new linemen for Central and drove him 20 yards down the field. So I don't know if that's necessary at this point. Just run it out, and it's a big win for you. Get one first down and take a knee. There's no reason to do anything else here.
Well,
Central still got guys running on the field there.
Now look at this big hole run, tries to make some move, and finally brought down at the 26-yard line. Play is good for about 25 yards. And doing the quarterback work now is Tyler Bergeron, a sophomore here for the Blue Devils. And he's able to get some quality time.
Central was definitely not ready for their second-team defense, because they've had guys running on and off the field during the plays here. And I know what that's like, though, at the end of a game. It's kind of tough. You just want the clock to kind of take away here.
Well, we're down to 2:15 remaining in this contest, as Bergeron giving some signs here to the players in the backfield.
He's not going to snap it till there's 1 second on the play clock here.
As he's just looking at the official, who raises his hand, letting him know 5 seconds, and now hand up the middle, just trying to spin around, and still on his feet, and finally taken down with $1:50 remaining. We got to remember, Coach, we went into this fourth quarter with just a 7-point lead for Salem.
right?
Yes, they have 28-point lead. They've scored 21 points in this quarter.
Yeah, the wheels came off as we said earlier. But Kyle, this is our first loss of the year.
Yeah, we've done a really good job. 9 years.
Yeah.
I mean, or 9 months or 9 weeks. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's our first loss. So, but that's okay. You know, Central, you know, was kind of overmatched a little bit tonight, but not really. You know, they played well at times, and their defense really played well in the first half. You know, I've said it ad nauseum, but you know, it was their special teams that let them down, and more so that Salem special teams playing really well. But you know, in the second half, and especially the fourth quarter, their defense just got discouraged, and with the turnovers, you know, and you could tell right away after that turnover with the punt return that.
Almost made it there.
Yeah, we were close. But, you know, Salem's just going to need it, I think.
1:11 to go.
I would hope.
Try one more battery here. And now here we go with 60 seconds on the clock here. And I think we saw it before. They're just waiting to make that.
Yeah. There were 4 minutes left to go. We're at Memorial holding on to a 28-21 lead against Exeter. So that's a tight game, and I'm trying to find a update on the West game, which they're not really updating their Twitter page with it, and I can't imagine there's a million people up there watching that. That's a long trek for people.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
And now with 20 seconds left, it's been a wonderful season here for the Central Little Green. You know, we got to see some quality victories here as the season comes to an end with a crushing 35-7 defeat here to the hands of the Salem Blue Devils. As Coach Thomas Zoyne, we got to go with our Off the Mark Sports players of the game here. I think for the Blue Devils, we kind of have that cemented, and that is the guy who started off this game with a big touchdown on the opening kickoff. Jordan Zanini was able to do special things with 3 touchdowns in tonight's. Two touchdowns, excuse me.
Yeah, and he had the interception return for the touchdown and a couple of big runs on offense as well.
And for the Little Green, this one's a little bit tougher in my book here. You know, and Trevor Gray had a great game until
two turnovers kind of hurt them. One on the punt return, and one. But both times he's trying to make plays. He still was all over the field, and I don't see anybody else for Central that stood up more than him, to be honest with you.
Well, for you, I'll let you give that. For me, I will give it to all the seniors for a great career with the Central Little Green.
That's a good move. I'll go with you.
You got
I gotta go with you.
A lot of pride here for Manchester, and we've been glad to see you guys do so well over these past 4 years. So congratulations to all the seniors, and good luck to the Salem Blue Devils in the playoffs. And we'll look forward to possibly being back with you next week with the playoffs, as it's been a great regular season, but now the games really start to matter even more. And for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, for Coach Tom Mazoin, my name is Kyle Heavey. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Wishing you all a happy Halloween, and we look forward to seeing you all back for more Games of the Week here on Manchester Public Television. So long for now.